from the Dragons SMP. This is episode 8. We're heading out to the Colosseum with my friend the Crow 420, and we're going to discuss my big project on this realm. All right.
Hello.
Hi, Crow.
All right, so the teleport building is going to be right over here.
I always come down here and walk all over the place looking for it, and I've used it before. I don't know. It's easy for me to get lost sometimes.
So I tried to kind of theme it around like a wizard's tower, so
Tower,
to speak.
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
always
I don't think I captured it very well, though.
Dude, the wizard tower is a hard one for me. I've been trying to build them
Yeah,
for years.
I agree. It's very difficult. And then the Colosseum teleport is right over here. It'll be this top button.
Boom.
Hey, there you go.
Yep. So I came out here and I seen it, and I was like, the first thing I noticed was we could just take out like a block here and there and put some cracked stone bricks in there, you know what I mean? And it would make it look a lot better, just texture it a little bit. But this is a huge
Yeah.
project, even for somebody just to go through to texture it.
Oh, yeah.
And I was
Like that, like to the pillars,
man, I
like
should
the
have brought
middle.
torches with me. I don't even want to go in there right now. Like really, the first
Oh,
step is just running through it and laying down a crap load of light so it's not a huge mob spawner. Let's fly over it because like in the middle it's light, right?
yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah.
rush up the steps and jump in.
This is gonna this is gonna be a huge project for me to try to
Yeah, it's a massive project.
but yeah, um I'm thinking we could do some kind of control, some redstone controls, some traps. Like the viewers or like we tried to set up audience for the events and they could like drop a diamond in it to trigger a trap or something or release like a
Yeah,
couple mobs into the fight.
yeah.
And obviously
That
we
would
would
be
do these
great.
obviously we'd set these doors up with some kind of control from the main area, you know,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna need a lot of supplies for this, I guess. I'm gonna need if this was a strictly survival realm, I'd probably have to build a lot of farms right now.
yeah.
But
Well,
I'm gonna need
that's the
like
thing is when it comes to this, like especially the community things, like I don't mind a bit allowing materials to be brought in.
right on.
My big thing is no personal gain that takes away from the players that are out there grinding.
Right? No, this is a very, very cool, unique realm in its own way, and I really do enjoy playing it. I just play the other one more, just mainly because there's more people making video content on it. You know,
Yeah.
I have, I've yet to Discord with any of them though, except for a couple of them that are on it that used to play on my old realm.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But
it is
oh,
what it is.
here's my nephew's sword, since you'll most likely see him before I do.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
But I'll probably start. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like,
It's a big boy.
I know there's so much to do. Like, really, I'm probably gonna start as a section at it at a time because that way, like, some of it looks complete. You know what I mean? And it will keep me focused on it. I get
Yeah.
ADHD real bad sometimes, and it's like
Oh, I
I
have
get like
ADHD.
15
Don't feel
projects
bad.
going on, and but I really think like if we went around all these doors, like every one of the entrances, and like even if we just took and made like black stone bricks and just went around every entrance, it would kind of put like a trim around the whole thing and it would make it look a little bit more unique and add a little depth to the build is some of what I was
Yeah.
thinking too.
Well, and see, this was one of those that was just like imported in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was able to just request this from a friend, and they was like, "Yeah, I got you."
Yeah,
And courtesy to Kitty Shiz, by the way.
I I have a map that I was working on, and I was just importing builds because I was playing with this little thing that let you edit your own items, and I had this plan. I was gonna make a bunch of items that exploded blocks, and then host like PvP events on it every once in a while. But
Oh, nice.
but the item editor for the phone, it wasn't as good as I thought it was. So I could really only make like two different throwable explosives with it, and the rest were pretty much just OP stuff. So it really wasn't.
Yeah.
It was a good idea, but it died out really quick because I was using my phone to do it. Maybe when I get a PC, I'll revamp that idea and go back to it.
I love you. Yeah. That would be a great idea. So, did you have a PC at one time?
No, I did all that from my phone. I even have custom items like hand grenades and freaking a couple other things like that I had made from my boots, like boots that give you for bonus speed. Yeah, made them just
Wow.
on an app on my phone. It's called like I don't remember what it's called. It's called like Ham is the initials on it, and it like had a few options. I quit playing with it when I tried to make new villagers with it because it bummed me out because the options weren't enough for my imagination.
Yeah, yeah. So, here we use a thing called Universal Minecraft Editor paired up with Bridge, Amulet, and Block Bent.
Yeah,
And it allows me to create all kinds of things. And then I also use a third party client to get in like my MBT builds, like the Colosseum.
right.
Um,
Because like I was
it's as
using
simple as copying
a
and
client
pasting.
to do that from my phone too. Because like for the world I was going to do the exploding battle things in, like I didn't want to have a bunch of people wasting time building stuff for it. I was just going to import a few
Yeah,
pieces,
yeah. Well, that was kind of the concept here, was just to
get something
not have
going.
to focus on massive builds.
Right. No, this is sweet. It's
Focus
like
on what you
a
want.
perfect palette for a mega base. Like somebody who's never built a mega base could use this to learn how to. I mean, I've never built a base that was even this size, but it's a good palette for it.
Yeah, it's a good skeleton at the very
Yeah.
least.
Right. And I'm sure like with that same file downloader, I'm sure you could find a newer version of the Colosseum that looked a lot better than this too. Like
Oh,
probably
I
from even the
guarantee
same
it.
creators.
I
But
guarantee I
but it's
could.
fun to do the building. I think I'm kind of into that kind of stuff. You know,
Yeah.
when I started off playing Minecraft, I really wasn't into building. I was just into Redstone. Like I didn't even like the game before like the Pistons came out in the Observers. I was like, this game's
Oh wow.
boring. Because I was just into like building little machines is all I like. But after like 4 or 5 years of that, like Redstone started to get a little boring, and then I started building. And
Yeah.
now it's like I go back and forth. Like if I want something complicated, I'll play with Redstone, and if I just want to relax, I'll get a bunch of wood and make a bunch of different stairs and fences and start building something.
Well, see, I started out as a creative mode builder, and I was building these like massive like castles and stuff, and I thought I was something like special. And then I was introduced to the world of stuff like this.
Yeah, it was
We had
really
to roll this around back one time because we was going to put a T-Rex at spawn for everybody to check out. Well, T-Rex stretched from new spawn to old spawn, more than 700 blocks.
that's huge. I seen I
Hey, wait.
seen that dragon up in the sky. I flew up in there and like I was checking it out. Put a couple
Yeah,
torches inside of it because I didn't want mobs to blow me up. I
yeah. It's
was like,
it's
oh,
big
this would be
inside the
cool.
dragon.
I was like, man, we could do something with this story related or something. Like, because it seems stories tend to push content, grab
Yeah.
the interest of
Well,
the
and that's
viewer.
the thing is like I want to involve a lot of role play into the
Yeah.
realm itself.
So I try to do that with Minecraft as much as I can because I used to play a lot of D&D when I was younger. And
Yeah.
as an adult, I don't got time for D&D. I
Oh
mean,
man, I know.
maybe I would if I didn't play so much Minecraft. But then you got to
Well, the
find.
modern D and D is just like what? It's called Elden Rings.
Oh, is that what it's called now? Oh,
Yeah.
here, I never gave this
Elden
back to you.
Ring is a game. It's through the Skyrim series, the Elder Scrolls series.
Okay. Them Elder Scrolls
Yeah.
games are pretty good. Really good,
Yes.
really. Like if somebody built a Elder Scrolls themed RPG world, I'd probably be hooked on it.
Oh, so I made a copy of his event blade if you ended up tossing that back to me as a reward for
Oh,
finding it.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I've been carrying it around for quite a while. Like
It
every
looks
time I
like you've
log
been
in, I'm
using
hoping my
yours
nephew's
too.
on. Huh?
It looked like you had been using yours too. I was like, huh, he's not even using the event
Well,
blade.
yeah, that time I used a pick. Oh man, I had a really close call though the other day. I had logged on just for a second and I was right down by where my nephew has like most of his gear from end raiding. And I turned around and there
Yeah.
was a creeper behind me. Luckily I had his sword equipped because it one hit him.
Oh,
But it was like on its second flashy state, like I had a miniature heart attack when it happened. I was like, oh,
yeah.
all that
I
stuff
agree.
came
That's
fast.
scary. Oh man. I'm gonna try to code creepers to turn into flowers if they get within a certain radius of like spawn or something.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, free die.
Um, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I'm probably gonna have to need a team of helpers on this, really. As I look
Yeah, it's
at
a
it,
big build.
yep. That's why I said I kind of just want to start in one area and then start working on it. It's so tall that like one section is a lot of work. But I like stuff like this. I find in Minecraft the more work, the more rewarding. Like once
Yeah,
you finally finish it, you're like, oh yeah,
yeah, exactly. Well, that's just like we had this guy. His name was Crimson Nostalgia in one of my first rounds, and the man. We it was before we had Infinite World, so it was like a 2,500 by minus 2,500 world. And we had one mesa biome that I'd already claimed and was living on,
I like
and
that. They're fun.
I told him, I said, you can have 24 hours to mine all the terracotta and gold you want to. In 24 hours, he had packed up an entire biome in shulker boxes and was out.
Um, damn, an entire biome. I've
It turned into stone, straight stone.
I've I've played in games before where I like took an in chip, like the whole in chip from the end, and set it in a shulker box and tried to sell it in the shopping district. Like an in chip, it's in the box. You got to assemble it yourself.
It's an IKEA in ship.
It's a puzzle. Yep, you just build your own in chip.
No
uh,
instructions, just build it.
yep, build it yourself.
That's not a bad idea, though. That would be pretty interesting. Just to like set up an IKEA and you sell shulker boxes without instructions.
Or even come up with some instructions, just some pretty basic ones, like maybe like a layered method for building it, like first layer this wide by this far, second layer this many blocks that wide by that far, you know,
Yeah.
like an IKEA would be.
Also, I got to ask your opinion. I'm going to be bringing one music track for every player into the game. It can be any song
Oh
of
man,
any artist,
that sounds
and
pretty
you'll be able to
interesting.
play it in the jukebox.
That sounds pretty interesting. I'll have to think about that a little bit. I listen to a lot of music, but I'll have to think about that
Yeah.
song for a long time. I was
Well,
actually talking to the wife about that. We were watching, I was showing her how like Tango Tech has like his own intro music for his videos and like Scar does too and stuff. And I was like, see, baby, I need my own intro music for my videos. I wonder how you go about that. Find somebody making some music and get it.
nocopyrightsounds.com.
Yeah,
That's where they get theirs. Like Mumbo Jumbos, it
yeah,
came from No Copyright Sounds.
right on.
Um,
He's back to
do you
making
know
videos
who
soon.
Echo
Hermitcraft
Soldier
again.
is?
What was that?
Do you know who Echo Soldier is?
I've seen videos by him. He's a great YouTuber.
Yes, fantastic YouTuber. His is no copyright sound intro.
Right on.
Yeah, so
I am
anytime you need
gonna
music.
I'm gonna probably end the video here. I'll stay in the party and
Okay,
keep playing though. But
okay.
you guys come back for more videos and more content. I will be adding more players to the videos more often because it's more entertaining for both me and you, I feel. But
Yeah.
that's the end of episode 7, episode 8 on Dynasty SMP.